Okay, it's working now, so that's good. Hello, Rails of Southern Michigan. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yes, you are first. Let's see. Uh, do, do. Come on, let's go. Run, run. Okay, he's not running right now. Okay, guess we're going backwards. Hello, Drew, the Rail fan. Welcome to the stream. Well, we're already at 4 likes, so that was pretty fast. Whoops, I accidentally hit the wrong lever. I was trying to slow him down, but I accidentally was speeding him up. Okay, time to switch locomotives. I don't want to run this one for too long because it's kind of old. It's time to run this one. Can you run the NS DC to AC red? Sure. Okay, that's actually in the other room, so I'm gonna have to get that one. Okay, I'm gonna run this British one for a little bit, and then I'll go get that one after this. But yes, I will get NS 8520 to DC the AC. Whoops. There. I play Roblox. I used to. A long time ago, I played it like full time in 2017, but then I couldn't play it anymore. And then I played it for a little bit in 2018 because some event was going on, some guy that I wanted to play with or something. And then I don't think I've played it since 2018. And it's got to the point where I don't even miss it. I'm just not interested anymore. And the main purpose of me playing in 2018 is kind of to try to help my channel grow, but they didn't really do that, so it's kind of useless in that sense. I'm gonna go grab that Norfolk Southern locomotive. Come on, you rail. Okay, good idea. Okay, there. Any new comments I missed? Oh, awesome. Catching that BC rail. Thanks. That's my second ever one. The first one I saw was 4644, and it was the red, white, and blue paint scheme. Which, when it comes to BC rail, I prefer the red, white, and blue over the plain blue, but it was cool to see. No problem. I managed to make it over there. I forgot yesterday, and then it got late, and I didn't make it over there. But I eventually did. Favorite locomotive in my collection. It's not the easiest to put on the tracks. Okay, you know it's on the tracks when it's smooth like that, when you push it. Let's get the Brit off the tracks. Oh no, I accidentally did that. I thought the switch was in the wrong direction, so I threw the switch thinking I was fixing it, but I really put it in the wrong direction. Hello executive, welcome to the stream. Today we are running Norfolk Southern 8520. My favorite locomotive I have. Can you please run that switcher? Unfortunately the switcher is having some problems because it was never a great runner. It was old and I got it from an antique store, so considering that some antique store is pretty good, but it's been really slow recently and I might need to take it to the train so it gets fixed because I'm kind of out of ideas on what to do to it. Put some cards on that. Okay, well I have those over there. I have two hoppers. I believe they're both the Canadian style. And then, whoops, I'm actually speeding up. And then I have that one New York Central car over here. I'll just grab these two because that blue one is pretty famous on the channel for causing problems. I'm not sure if you saw Executive, but I managed to catch that BC Rail that was out yesterday. So that was nice. When it comes to BC Rail, I still prefer 4644 mainly because I like the red, white, and blue paint scheme better. But it was still nice to see that blue one. Come on, let's go. Okay, there. It's actually the same locomotive a friend of mine saw too in Colorado, I believe it was. So we saw the same locomotive many states over. Okay, here we go. That should work pretty good. Oh, I see. Down in the color. Well, yeah, it might have taken a while to put some stuff on there. But yes, here is the switcher. This switcher, when I got it, it was sparking really badly. I tried to clean the wheels, and that, instead of fixing performance, it seemed to mess up performance even more. So, if Online Trains ever fixes their, well, how can I explain this? Kind of bad amount of days being open, then I might try and see if they can fix it. But for now, it's gonna be slow. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing because another real war bonnet is something on my list that I'd like to see again. There was one that came, but the trash train blocked it, so I couldn't get a good view. And I didn't even get any footage of it because I thought it was at Nisqually when it was really right there. So I missed that one because it got blocked. And then the other one was on that train, and I was waiting there for hours thinking it was going to come. But in reality, it never really left Centralia. So that was unfortunate. I heard Nashville steam 576 steam restored, but that's cool. The more steam locomotives, the better. But yeah. I don't understand why they stopped in Centralia, considering its destination was Everett, but I don't work for the railroad, so I guess I would understand. I'm not sure if you saw, let's see how long ago I posted that. If you saw that video, I titled it The Next Day of Trains Executive, but that was a super day to see H1s. There was a ton of H1s out that day. Not every day you see 2 H1s in a single day. At least not for me. I only got a Canadian National GP42. Well, that's a nice locomotive. I mean, I don't have any Canadian National. I mean, BNSF is cool, but I mean, talking about model trains, I mean, I don't believe I've seen a single Canadian National locomotive in any train store before. I don't think I have. But yeah, tonight's passive has MRL on it, but late attempts hopefully passes S later. Southbound. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would try and run out to see it. I mean, not because I don't care about that Blue Railroad. I mean, I'd like to see it sometime, but today, I don't think I'll be able to go rail fanning today. And if I was gonna, you know, go rail fanning unexpectedly, it probably wouldn't be for that. It would probably be for a war bonnet, an executive, or something like that. I mean, I've seen many executives, but the two locomotives that I would like to see all the time is executives and H1s. I never get tired of those, but I don't think I'll run out the house just to get an MRL. If it was a war bonnet, I would probably try, but I don't think I would for that. What kind of trains can you run? I have, let's see, I only have 2 operational steam engines. One is a Greyhound Union Pacific paint scheme locomotive. It's really small. And then my second steam locomotive is this British one right here. I have Norfolk Southern. I have the Royal Gorge, the Southern Pacific Switcher. And then if we go over here, we have the Lehigh Valley, the UP, the 1776, 2 H1s. Let me get that plane out of the way. I got those. That's Southern Pacific in the back, and then I have some other trains in the other room. The majority of those are F units and a few other things. Right, I know. Not me. Be late. I'll pass till it stops southbound. Yeah, I don't think I would run out the house late to go see that. There's some trains that I think would be worth it, but the thing is, you really got to think on if it's worth it, and also would it be a waste of time based on the daylight that's left, because there's been some trains that would be really cool to see, but I decided to pass on it because it would be kind of a waste of time because it's so dark. I wouldn't be able to see it that good anyway. I do plan to try and catch Amtrak 14 if it comes back, so we'll see. I've had a good history on catching the Coast Starlight recently, so maybe if I can catch it just one more time, it'll be on there. Can you run the Union Pacific train? Hello, Jelly Bean. Yeah. Now, one thing that's type of locomotive that's unfortunately dried up is the Canadian National Barnes. I think you remember this, but about a month or 2 ago, they used to be coming like crazy. There was 2402 coming by like every week it seemed like, and then you had the BC Rail one that Gary went to go see, but now they like never come anymore. There was that one strange one that came that had the Canadian National logo blacked out, but other than that, there's been nothing when it comes to Barnes. Okay, I'll take that off, and then I'll run Union Pacific, but let me sit the phone down real quick. Oh, almost broke my airplane. Union Pacific is a pretty bad runner, so keep in mind it's not going to be smooth. Okay, here we go. You give it time. Darwin in 1:30 will be back. It gets late at 8, and that's pushing the blurry hour. Because I remember I went to see you in Lacey, and all my videos turned out terrible. I mean, iPads are great at filming trains, but you can forget about it if you're trying to film at night. It just turns out terrible. I mean, you can film in the rain, and then you can film in the sunset, but nighttime, you're out of luck. So that's kind of, I mean, this locomotive was built in the 70s, so that's pretty good, considering how old it is. Yeah, I want to get them, but they're so hard. But great news is the streak of not being able to get SB75Ms to blow the horn is over, because I got 2 in Cahalis, and then I saw one at Titlow a few days ago, so I'm happy I get to hear them at last. It's been rough. Hope this train doesn't derail. It shouldn't. But, I mean, it's noisy. I'm not super confident talking about 130. Again, I'm not my confidence level isn't super high that it's going to come back, because last time there was an Amtrak Heritage unit on Amtrak 11. They unhooked it in California and never brought it back. So it's definitely possible that they'll unhook it in California and leave it like they did with 184. Hello, Joseph. We are running the Union Pacific because people wanted to see it. And there it goes. Speaking of Amtrak, this is my only HO scale Amtrak thing I have. It's a Phase 1 coach. It's supposed to light up, but it doesn't because I bought it used and the light bulb had been ripped out of it. So unfortunate. I'll read the comments for a little bit. I'm actually going to check some of my, let's see. So my favorite, most recent catch would be BNS Staff 253 that I saw at Titlow Friday. And then yesterday I went out and I got BC Rail 4650, and then I got 1453 leading on 360. So I've seen 1453, let's see, 3 times now. It's always cool to see it. It's the first time I got to see it lead, so that's something. I also got to see 2H1s Friday, and then, let's see. That was Callus. Finally, great sound. See if I missed any comments. What is the locomotive? One locomotive you want to see? There's quite a few. But if I had to pick, man, if I could only pick one new locomotive to see and everything else I would see for the rest of my life is the same old stuff, I would probably, maybe a Canadian National barn, because I could probably get a barn and then call it a day and just catch executives and H1s forever. Glad you had a good time when you went. Yeah, thanks, executive. It was super great. Robert was very helpful. He was able to give me information ahead of time about when the SC-75Ms were coming, and they both showed up. There was technically going to be 3, but one of them was probably going to be about 6:30, and there was no need to wait for that one because the other 2 came. And then I looked at the upcoming sheet on the train sheet when I went to Titlow, and there was supposed to be 3 trains with SC-75M leaders, but only 1 showed up, but I was happy with that. 1 is better than none. Hello, Rail Southwestern Iowa, welcome to the stream. We're talking about LL locomotives on my list currently. A real war bonnet's on there. It can be hard to tell on the train sheet if it's real or fake because they all get marked down as war bonnets, but a real one is up there. A barn is up there. BC Rail 4644, I'd like to see that again, but I'm not sure if it's coming back. Let's see, UP 1995, because a similar story with the war bonnet is with 1995, it got blocked. So it would be nice to see that again. Trains get blocked a lot, so that's kind of unfortunate. I saw 1995 early in the year of 2020. It was blocked by tanker cars, and then shortly after that, the whole broken down thing happened, so I didn't see it because it was busted up. I think I still missed executive here. I can't let you read the OS. Fakes have BNSF on the side. I used to think that, but I think I've seen some locomotives that were real war bonds that had BNSF on the side. So not all of them. I've actually been considering when I log a train, if it has a war bond on it, should I call it war bonnet with ATCF, or should I just put a bonnet like all the others? Thanks for stopping by, Jelly Bean. It was nice having you here. Have a good rest of your day. It's starting to get dark in here. I guess I'll park the UP in the siding like I did last night. It's cool that I built the siding because I like being able to park trains there instead of just having to I don't leave them there often because it leads to the closet door and I don't want him getting stepped on, but... And he's dead right now, so I guess forget it. Have you ever seen Pacific 1943? No, I have not seen 1943. The UP Heritage Units I've seen, it's 1989. I saw that when I was pretty much a baby. And then I saw 1988 in Portland, but I was on a bridge driving over it, so I don't have any good footage. I just have I have one very long distance blurry photo of it. I've seen 1995, okay, so 1995, 1988, and 1989. I think that's all of the UP ones I've seen. LOL, Joseph. Thing is, currently I've not gotten any good photos or videos from a UP Heritage Unit currently, because for people who've been watching my channel for a long time, 1995, I was filming in between the cracks of the tank cars. I was in a situation because I didn't want to get too close and try to stick my iPad through the tanker cars because I didn't want to get in trouble for trespassing. And then I didn't have the guts or the idea to stand up on the roof of my truck to try to get a view. So I just wasn't in a good situation there. 1988 was in Portland, like I said. I had a plan to go and see it after I got back from Vancouver, but traffic was so bad that I just kind of said forget it. And then 1989, that was so long ago that I don't even think iPads were a thing yet, so I had nothing to film it with. I'm back. Welcome, Rails of Southern Michigan. As for Heritage Units I've seen 7014, currently my only CP. That was at Titlow. I've seen 7065, and I've seen 6017 4 times. And then I've seen 184, and I think that's it. Well, not really it. I mean, that's a good amount of Heritage Units, but the more the merrier. I'm glad you have a siding to park your model trains. Yeah, it's nice, because with the siding, I can put them there instead of trying to merge everything on that one table. Give a good view of that Southern Pacific. And then I'll give a good view of those two BNSFs. This one actually has people inside. And there's that one. This one has been restored because I used to have this one and it had like a very rattly noise. But the motor burnt out and I went back to the train store that I bought it from and they fixed it. That's the heaviest locomotive I own. It's really heavy. And then I got that just because it was different and it was dirty, because I like dirty toy trains with weathering. Not all of them, because this is a good clean, but this is a good dirty, depends. My profile pic is UP1943. I had one of the FC75 VIMs that I saw in Calais for a while, but I changed it to the BC Rail this morning. If I go to my gallery, whoops. Okay, I think I might accidentally timed out Joseph, so luckily I didn't do that. Let's see. I could change my profile picture to that dirty Canadian Pacific that I saw. That was actually on the back of the train that got blocked with the war bonnet. So I got to see that. There's the BC Rail from yesterday. What could I change my profile picture to next? I could do the fake bonnet I saw a while ago, 783. I could do the Firmex 4057. I remember I used that as my profile picture. I thought I would get a kick out of people using a track grinder as my profile picture, but people didn't really seem to notice. Let's see, what's some of my other most recent catches? This is kind of going a bit far back, but there's the Gray Ghost right there. I saw that. Going back some more. That's definitely one of my favorite catches of all time. So there's actually an interesting story about this. I had been wanting to catch a Burlington Northern FC60M for a while. I had managed to catch 1454 and 1453 and then 1406, I think it was. But I struggled to catch a Burlington Northern one. But one day I went to Titlow, and this was parked there. It was parked there the whole time I was there, no crew or anything, just sitting there. And I managed to get a good video and picture. I got that one too. Awesome. Be right back. I see you when you get back. It would have been nice to see it move, but if it moved, I probably would have been able to get such a close picture of it. I was kind of nervous to go down there because I didn't want to get jumped for trespassing as soon as I stepped foot down there, but I've seen other people do it before and nobody was there, so. Besides, I had good intentions, so I just went down there anyway and got a picture. Okay, I already read that one. That was Rails of Southern Michigan. I'm back. As for upcoming stuff to the channel, I plan to do an H1 special maybe sometime because the H1's starting to pile up. Let's see, what's the most recent H1? Okay, I saw H1s Friday. There was, there was that one, that's number 998. And then there was this one, which was actually on the train sheet. The second H1 wasn't, so I'm assuming it came out of Centralia. But this was the one that was on the oil train. So there's that one. Let me actually turn it up. There it is. What else did I see that was pretty nice? I posted this one. And yet I usually don't care about most freight cars, but those old Chicago Northwestern hoppers I found interesting. Unfortunately, whenever I see them, the logo's always smudged. They're never clean. Okay, I'm just gonna read some comments for the rest of the stream, and then I'm probably gonna head out soon and eat some French fries, because French fries is the best dinner you can have, besides probably steak and carrots, but I've had too much steak recently. Time for me out for what, Dom? It's hard to hear you, even with my volume at 75. Oh, I was saying that I almost timed you out by mistake because I was trying to go to a different tab to show you some of my train pictures, and I accidentally clicked on the options tab where I can click all of the different options I have. Yeah, it was no reason to. I almost did it by mistake. I never catch BNSF train leading, but it's always the first time for everything. I managed to catch a Norfolk Southern leading down here, and I'm pretty sure that only happens probably 10% of the time. 10% out of 100, so not a lot. Yeah, Joseph, that was a mistake. Because if I click here, I have the options: pin, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, how user from channel, and add moderator. And as I was trying to get out of YouTube, I accidentally clicked that. Wait for some comments to come in. Joseph might actually be behind on the stream because I said that quite a while ago. Have you seen Thomas the Magic Railroad? Yes, I have. I've seen that definitely more than 10 times, maybe 20 or 30. It's hard to explain, but I don't think it's the best Thomas and Friends movie they ever made, but it's my favorite for nostalgia purposes. So it's definitely I mean, a lot of people have hated on it and said it was terrible and all that type of stuff, but I'm blinded by nostalgia. Hopefully Joseph heard about what I said, but I'm not sure. He might be pretty far behind in the stream. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, it was almost a mistake, but luckily it didn't happen. Guess I'll show off my BNSF cup. I received this from a BNSF railroad worker in Vancouver. People in Vancouver were really nice. They would give me calendars and cups and stuff. So that was nice. That doesn't really happen much anymore because in Titlow, the train crews, they stop there a lot, but they don't really leave their locomotives. They sit there for 40 minutes kind of just doing nothing. And then on the main line, they don't do anything because they're not stopping. So you kind of only get that in the train yard. I want to get a cab tour some of these days, but I don't bring up politics in this channel, but because it's something that people have been pushing, I don't think they're going to do a cab tour. Fresh water. I'll wait a little bit because the executive said he was coming back, so I'll just sit here for just a little bit longer. I'm on 37%, so I think I can handle it. Hold up. Yeah, my bed. That was my bed. But, if we come over here, my Alco is balancing on my toothbrush, so let's put that down there. NASCAR. But thanks for supporting the stream today. This is probably one of the most successful streams I've ever had. I think I'm dumb. It's buffered on me a couple times. Yeah, I mean, I'm no stranger to bad Wi-Fi because I've had some bad Wi-Fi before. Behind in the stream, that is. Yeah, because when I said that I almost timed you out, that was probably, let's see, I've been streaming for 32 minutes now. That was probably maybe 5 or 7 minutes ago. So that was definitely a while back. What toy airplane is that on the floor? Oh, that's a 747. I built it myself. It's my first ever model plane I made myself. It has no engines or paint because it came with stickers. But the stickers, how can I explain this? They weren't really stickers. They were like cardboard. It's hard to explain, so it's blank. And then the engines were very small, fiddly pieces. If it was a bigger model, I probably would have built the engines because it would have been easier to do. But, yeah, it's blank. Oops, my live button shut off. LOL. Oof. Okay, but yeah, it's a 747. Talking about airplanes for a moment, my favorite two-passenger, well, not just two, my three favorite main passenger planes would be the DC-10, 747, and Airbus A380 as of recently. But unfortunately, all these airlines are kicking their A380s to the curb for silly reasons. So, that's unfortunate. It's starting to get darker and darker. I use my window to try to get some light in here, but it's not really helping that much. Let me put these cars back down there. There. Dom, you have 320 subs. More subs than me, and I have none. Oh well. But again, I only have one video on my channel. I've never seen it before. I didn't know Robert posted videos because he had never done links to his channel before. But I was watching some of his videos and he's done some stuff before. So he has some pretty cool stuff. He has this video of him like filming the trains, and then he has this like firehouse video and stuff. So he has a few videos on there. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for stopping by. Drew the Rail Fan. Have a nice rest of your day. One thing that I found interesting is that not Union Pacific, BNSF or Burlington Northern, whatever you want to call it, BNSF 1973 came all the way out here and passed here because it usually hangs out in Vancouver. That's the place where I saw it, but it's left Vancouver a few times, and it left recently, and I believe it's at Everett now. I wanted to come back, but it's hard to track southbounds for me. Yes, he does have some good stuff. Yeah. Thanks, and you too. Yeah, it was nice seeing you here. Thanks for supporting the stream. As for future rail fanning trips, I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything big, but I think I'm just going to go for Amtrak 130, maybe I'll get another chance at a War Bonnet. The one that stayed in Centralia was pretty annoying because I still don't understand why they stopped there. But I mean, they do what they do. Yep, there it is. I actually built this pretty well quality because I threw it on the bed and it landed on the top of my laptop and it actually didn't split in half, so it's pretty impressive. I didn't add the window either, so birds can just fly in through the window. Wait for some more comments. I might end the stream soon because I'm on 30%, which doesn't seem that bad, but I kind of want to go eat dinner soon. No landing gear either. I did a very little job. I just did the whole main body of the plane, but no engines, no landing gear, and no windshield. I couldn't put in the windshield if I wanted to because it didn't come together crisp. It wasn't really my fault, but it just didn't go together smoothly. So the hole that you put the windscreen in is not really good. It wouldn't fit easily, maybe even at all. We'll end it and go eat. LOL. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, executive got to stay around for a little bit. Well, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I post rail fanning videos and some train cartoons every once in a while. If you haven't seen any of those yet. As for content on the way, I'm starting to do premieres more often. I might try and release my H1 and fake bonnet thing tomorrow. I'm trying to decide what locomotives I want to pair up together with the H1s. It's probably going to be executives or fake bonnets, but I'm not sure which I'm going to choose. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm going to end it now.